Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. It's your friend Marissa, and we are here to see our kiddos. A lot of them are sleeping because they had dinner and now they have food coma, but we'll introduce you to all of them anyway. Hopefully you can hear me. We had a little bit of technical difficulties last week, so I couldn't come to you, so hopefully you can hear me okay. We're going to start with our friend Snowman here. Snowy is almost 4 years old, just under 4, and he came to us as a stray, and we're not really sure what his circumstances were when he first arrived. We did notice that he would hide his food. He would bury it under his blanket and then lay on top of it. So we're not really sure if he was in a condition where he wasn't fed regularly or given attention regularly. He was very nervous and apprehensive about us even petting him when he first got here, but now he loves to be around us. He's in the Freebird area, loves the staff. He's not very good with strangers. He gets a little nervous, but eventually once they visit enough and he gets to know them, he starts to feel comfortable. Snowman is very smart, very treat motivated. He knows how to sit, how to shake, and our employee, Angie, taught him the cha-cha. So he's also a dancer, if all of that wasn't enough already. He's a great boy. I think he would do best in a home where he's the only kiddo. He does get along with other dogs, but he seems to prefer to be the only one. So I think he would do great in an only dog home, and with owners that are, around kind of a lot. So that's our friend Snowman. Hey, Snow. He's been with us for a while, so we've got 2 kiddos snoring right now. That one over there is the loud one. I hope you can hear her. That's Peony. She's about 3 years old. She came in, I believe, last week or the week before. She has that yellow collar on. She has, as far as we know, a history of seizures. We haven't really seen anything since she's been here. I think we possibly may have witnessed one. It wasn't a typical seizure, so we're not 100% sure that she actually had one, but so far she's been doing really well here. She did not like being separated in a pen by herself. She really loves human attention. She would start to cry and sometimes scream a little bit, so she too would do well in a home where her family is around a lot, or can at least take her, if you go to work, have a dog-friendly job. She would do great in that environment too. She's good with other kiddos, so she, if there's another dog in the home, I think she would do great. Let's see if you can see her. She is. I hope you can hear her snoring. Sometimes it's a little creepy when their eyeballs roll back while they're sleeping, but there she is. Next door to her is our friend Amandine. This baby girl she's got a really strange gait, and we think that she might have, I hate to say this, I don't want to scare anyone, but maybe a little bit of a neurologic issue. We're not sure if she possibly survived parvo when she was very little, but she really has no issues otherwise. She gets around easily. Her gait doesn't slow her down, and she's just a normal little girl, great with other kiddos. She is 4 years old, and little tiny petite baby girl. She's very, very sweet. Look at that tongue. That's Amandine. Let's see, we've got over here Evie's adopted. I don't know if you guys remember Paso. When he first got here, he was really kind of a tough one for us. He bit most of the staff because he was just so scared, and just so, I don't know what may have happened to him before he got here, but he was very, very fearful of us. But this guy has now become a Velcro pug. We literally cannot take a step without him being right under our feet. And as soon as he sees us, he's jumping up, he's crying, he's screaming with excitement. So he's really come a really, really long way. He's a great, great boy. He's about 3 years old. He does have a history of seizures, so we do have him on 2 medications, and they've actually really done wonders for him. He had a couple of seizures when he first got here, and since then he's been pretty good. So he's got the bells on, so if the bells start making noise, we know that he's having an episode. But he's great on walks. Our wonderful volunteer Misty takes him every time she comes, and he loves taking walks. We haven't really attempted to pick him up just yet, most of the staff, because he sometimes gets how can I say, I think just a little nervous about us picking him up. But he's really good about us like loving on him and kind of roughhousing with them. So but that's our friend Paso. Look at how handsome that boy is. Great with other dogs, loves to play. He's good with all ages and sizes. So he would do great, I think, in a home with another canine friend to play with. Let me see, let me do my check-ins. Hello to Lisa Kaba. Hi Lisa, we are in California, and it is currently 7:30 in the evening, so lots of snoring kids. Jody, hello. Oh, Bluebee. Thanks for the check-in. I loved that kid so much. He had such a great face. I'm so glad he went home to you. He's a wonderful boy. Let's see. Not Mevison. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm sorry if I'm not. Wally and Magpie. Oh, hello. Okay, I have a little lump of a baby in my lap. Let me see. I don't know if you can. Let me try to turn this. Heart here. Oh, this sweet baby. Okay, monkey, I gotta get up. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Take your lap away. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. Gotta bring my cheat sheet and make sure I get everybody's information correct here. Okay, we have puppies galore, you guys. But one thing I want to say about our puppies is most of them are waitlisted. And that means we have people on a list who are looking for a puppy. And when they come in, we contact everyone on the list, making our way down. And if they happen to not be interested in a puppy at that time, we move on to the next person. So if you think you might want a puppy, you can always contact us and get on the wait list. So we'll start with this cutie pie up here. This is Butternut. Look at his little socks. He's so cute. Very loving. As soon as you pick him up, he kind of snuggles into you, and he's such a sweetheart. He's starting to really play a lot now in his room. When we put toys in there, he plays with them. Sometimes he'll like partially bury himself under his bed. But Butternut is about 4 months old. He was an owner relinquished. These kiddos, we're not sure how they do with other dogs yet because they're not fully vaccinated, so we can't let them out and see how they do. But I mean, they're puppies. Most of the time, they're good with other dogs. I hope you can see him okay. That's Butternut. Downstairs from him, we've got Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim's a little under the weather right now, so he's got an upper respiratory. We currently have him on medication. Hopefully get him well ASAP. But that's Tiny Tim there next door. You can't really see her, but it's Shoshana. She kind of blends in with her. There she is. You see her okay, I hope. There's her eyeball. Shoshi, what are you doing, Mama? She is about, I think, 12 or 13 weeks now. And she she was just this teeny tiny thing when she first got here. Biggest pot belly you've ever seen, but she started to grow into her body now, so she's very well proportioned. I love a pot belly, so who cares? But it was really cute when she first got here. There she is. Hi, Mama. Shoshana. And then her next door neighbor is Susie Sue. She's asleep. Oh no, she's awake. Hey, Mama Bird. Very active, this one. Loves to talk back to you. Same with Shoshana. As soon as you start talking to them, they'll start barking back. Loves to play with her toys as well. She also buries herself in her blanket every once in a while. And she's about, I believe, 16 weeks now. So that's Susie Sue. We'll head out to the main floor and see all the other kiddos out there. Caitlin, hello, how are you? Oh my gosh, good to hear from you. Okay, friends, we got Becky G. Hey, Bex. Becky. So Becky G is about 4 years old now. She originally came to us as a stray. She's a wonderful little girl, but I will say she absolutely needs to go to an only dog home. She gets jealous really easily if other dogs are getting attention. Even if you're just talking to another dog near her, she gets upset. So definitely only dog home for her. She had an appointment today because she has a breathing issue that we've been concerned about, and we think she might actually have a tracheal issue. So hopefully we can get that under control. And she'll probably always have the typical pug breathing, but hopefully we can alleviate that with treatment. But anyways, that's Becky. She's very active, very sweet to humans. She loves to be doted on, loves to be held and cuddled. I mean, what pug really doesn't? But she definitely, that's her jam. She is. She's feisty, that one. Okay, let's see. Next door. Oh, we moved Lasso. Here's our friend Grizz. He's sleeping. Let me see if I can get him from the other side, you guys. Sorry. So Grizz is about 4 years old. He was an owner relinquished. There he is. Hi, handsome. So some people might feel like he looks a little menacing, but he's such a little love bug to humans. We've noticed that he when he has neighbors on either side of him, sometimes he'll like try to argue and fight with them beneath the fence. We haven't really tried him in the Gen Pop area. I think we did one day for not even a full day, and he just got really overwhelmed. So he would probably do well either in an only dog home or a foster to adopt situation. He's kind of a bigger guy, so we think he's obviously mixed with something, but he's really sweet, very gentle when we're in here petting him or offering him treats. So you just think, he just needs a little patience, I would say. But he's a great boy, and you can't see it right now, but he's got a great set of teeth in there. Hi, Papa. Hi, Papa. Okay. We moved Poppy. Oh, you guys, our friend Fiero. Hi, sweetheart. I'm surprised he's not in the blanket burrito. He usually has himself tucked in under his blanket by this time of night. Let's see, he's kind of in the shade. There we go. So Fiero is currently our longest resident. I'm sorry, you guys, trying to get his face without shade on it. And of course, he keeps moving. Fiero has been with us, I believe, about a year and a half now. He originally came to us as an owner relinquish. We lovingly call him a COVID pug. He was born in COVID times, and because everything was shut down, he just really couldn't get out much and wasn't very well socialized. So he's not super great with other dogs. We've tried him in Gen Pop a couple times, and he does okay, but as soon as a commotion starts up, he kind of gets upset, and at times he will latch on to whoever is near him, and he's got a pretty good grip. So we prefer just to keep him in his own pen, just for everybody's sake and safety. He's such a great boy. He has a hippo who is one of our volunteers. She comes to see him every single week. He's done a sleepover at her house. He does have some quirky things, like he's nervous about riding in a car. At her house, there's certain flooring in her house he won't walk on. Um, but this guy is such a smart boy. He's very treat motivated, like most pugs, right? He's a jumper, obviously, so his home would definitely need to have very high walls, secure fencing, just so he doesn't jump over. But he'd be great in an active home. He'd be a great kiddo to, take to run on the beach or take on a hike with you. He's also really loves to cuddle up with you as well, so he would be great in that environment as well. I'm sorry, somebody's barking and he's upset. I feel like Pharaoh would be great with somebody who is home, maybe works from home, just so he can have that extra attention. But he really is a great boy, and now he's showing off his best side, but he really, I promise you, really is a great boy, and just somebody who's willing to work with him, and he's trainable, so he would be great. So that's our friend Fiero. Love that harness. His next door neighbor, that's Rift over there. Rift is about 7 years old. Rift has been with us off and on, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 times now. He's been relinquished a couple times. It's kind of difficult with Rift. He is very particular about people, and he's very particular about dogs. So he's in his own room, obviously, just like with Fiero. He's just not great with other dogs. So we have him in his own room. He definitely would do best in an only dog home. And I would say anybody interested in Rift might need to visit him a couple times just for him to kind of get to know you. He really is a wonderful boy, but he's just, he's kind of, I think he's just kind of sad because he's been relinquished so many times, and we just can't seem to find the best home for him. So, but he really is a wonderful boy. He rolls over for belly rubs. He's another one who loves treats. I usually do his eye medication 1 day a week, and he's really good about taking his medicine. So, of course, he knows I bring him a treat, so maybe that's part of it. But he's just an awesome little kid. He does have some sight impairment, so I wouldn't say that he's fully blind, but he definitely has compromised sight. But that's our friend Rift. And then next door to him is our friend Snap. Snap has also been returned a couple of times just because he's gone to homes where the other dogs have been in the home, and he's another one that's not great with other dogs. Most of the kiddos on this side of the room are in their own space because they're not great with other dogs. But Snap is a cool dude. He's got this sweet little gait. He kind of drags his back foot a little bit, and doctor thinks it's past trauma that has just kind of healed the way it's healed. Not really anything to be concerned about, except as he gets older, he may have some issues of arthritis. But as of right now, he gets around great. Sometimes I see him like trotting and running a little bit when he's in the backyard. So another one that should only really go to an only dog home, and another one who would do great with his family being home a lot. That's our friend Snap. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I'm sorry. Drop my cheat sheet. By the way, Rift, I'm sorry, I think I said 7 years old. He's actually about 8 years old, and then Snap is about 6 years old. Look at that tongue. Okay. Hello, Becky, and hello from, I hope I pronounced this right, Gensler and Charlotte. Hope I pronounced that right. Hello, Sabrina. Trisha, hello, how are you? Good to see you on here. Oh boy, that's my kiddo penguin. He's he's crazy. Okay, here's our friend Zucchini. Look how handsome. So I'm sure you probably saw his post on social media. This poor kiddo, he has mange, and it's obviously not contagious. He wouldn't be in this area if it was. This poor little one, it was just painful to even look at him. His skin was so bad. But with special baths, some good medication, and of course our Just Food for Dogs diet, I believe he's currently on the fish and potato, which is one of the diets that's good for skin issues. Fur is already growing back. I think today is Zucchini's first day out from ISO. Having a great time. I started my shift today at 2 and just seeing him play all day with all the kiddos in the space. So definitely good with other dogs. Would do great in a home that had another dog in it for him to play with. Um, I'm sorry, off the top of my head, I can't remember how old this sweetheart is, but anyway, that's Zucchini. Look at that face. Hi, Papa. Okay, we've got our friend Dinwiddie here. Look at that handsome face. So he's a bigger pug, and by bigger I mean just kind of a taller pug. Got a little extra weight on him, which is perfect for his size. Super sweet boy. He does good with other kiddos, but I would say sometimes he gets a little overwhelmed if there's a lot going on. Dinwiddie's about 3 years old, owner relinquish. I wish you could like feel his fur through the screen. He's so soft and so like fluffy. Look at that tail. Well, it's down, but he's got that fluffy tail. So that's Dinwiddie. Let's see if I can get his face. And there's his friend Bryce. Bryce was found, actually, he came in with Sequoia and Canyon. And he's another kiddo that's really sweet, great with other dogs. He's about 2 years old, found as a stray. He is great with other dogs, but I will say he does not know what boundaries means. And so sometimes he can be a little rambunctious for the other kids. So we do have to sometimes separate him. And he's just so excited to be around the other boys and girls. So he would definitely do well in a home with another dog in it too. He's kind of like Dinwiddie. He's a taller, longer pug, so he's a sweetheart. Next door to him, we have Pocky. I hope I can, let me see if I can get a better view of Pocky's face here. Let's see. Pocky has a darker face, so you guys can kind of see him, I guess. So Pocky was really nervous when he first arrived. Pocky's about 5 years old, found as a stray. And when he first got here, we always separate the new kiddos just so that we can test them for Giardia, which, if you're not familiar, it's an intestinal parasite that is transferable to humans and other dogs. And so we separate them for a good 5 days so we can test their fecal, give them Panicure, give them medication that they need to make sure they don't have the parasite. And then once they're clear, they can come out. But anyway, my whole point was while he was separated, whenever we go into his pen, he'd kind of cower in the corner and just very, very nervous. Let us pet him, but was apprehensive about it. But now, I think this might be day 2 or 3 that he's been in Gen Pop area. Runs up to us when we come into the pen now, lets us love on him. So, the kiddos just really need a few days. In some cases, a couple weeks to decompress. But once they do, it's so wonderful. We get to see their personalities come out. So I'm sorry you can't really see his face very well, but he's very handsome. I'll tell you that much. So we've got Mr. Universe over here. Mr. Universe came in with Pink. The mama that just gave birth. And he was another one that was very, very nervous when he first got here. We're not really sure what their circumstances were, but it was really heartbreaking. Mr. Universe, anytime we would feed him, he would just scarf his food down as if he just didn't get fed often. He was very thin when he first got here. I believe he was kept in the backyard of his previous home. So he's definitely doing well here, getting food. I think gets lunch, so he actually gets fed 3 times a day, which of course he's all for it. And he's starting to fill out really well. He's a taller guy. I think he may be a mix. I don't think that he's full pug, but he's just a great boy. And he's another one that was just really scared when he first got here. He growled at us a lot for the first few days. But now he lets us pick him up and kiss on him and love on him. So just it's just really a testament to what love and care does for these kiddos. And it's always amazing to me that they just never give up on humans despite whatever they've been through. Um, so that's our friend Mr. Universe. He's he's a funny guy. Great with other kiddos too. He's really opened up and has made some really good friends here in this pen. So let's see. Oh, you guys, this little lasso. He always sleeps like that. He always rests his head on his toys. Let me see if I can get in there and get closer to him without waking everybody up. Um, Lasso is 3 years old. He was a stray, and he was another one like Paso and like Pocky when he first got here. Very, very scared. As a matter of fact, I was the one that did his intake when he first got here, and even trying to put food in his kennel, he was just really mad and just didn't want us near him, which again, understandable. Who knows what he's been through? But he took, a few, probably a week, I would say, to finally decompress. And now, just like Mr. Universe, he lets us love on him and kiss on him. This guy is a great hugger. If you kneel down in front of him, he'll put his hands on your shoulder and rest his head kind of like nuzzle in your neck. It's so sweet, you guys. But he just craves attention now and loves to sit in a lap and curl up, and he's very quiet. I've never heard him bark since he's been here. I believe today is his first day in Gen Pop as well, and he's been doing really good. So I think he would do good in a home with other dogs. But I also think he would be okay being the only child as well. So that's our friend Lasso. Let's see who else we have in here. Oh, Fraser. I couldn't tell who that was, but he was laying on the bed. Okay, this is our friend Fraser. I'm sorry, you guys. Let me just get my cheat sheet out. Okay, so that's Fraser. I'm sorry, I don't have his age on me right now. Oh, he's 9 years old. I'm sorry, he's 9 years old. He was a stray. 9 years old on paper. In person, he is more like three. He's very active, loves to play with the other kids. He loves to be where the action is. So if all the kids are gathered together, playing with toys or barking at staff, he wants to be where everybody else is. So he's another kiddo, would do great in an only dog home or do great in a home with another kiddo around, probably a younger kiddo. I think he would do well. Let me see if I can get his face. He turned the other way. There he is. That's Fraser. Oh my god, the snoring. I hope you guys can hear all the snoring. It's my favorite. Okay, way across the room over there, you guys, is our friend Kenshi. Kenshi is blind, 7 years old, was a stray. It is amazing to me how well these kiddos who have no sight acclimate. Kenshi, if you didn't know, I mean, you'll see him bump into things here and there, but he really navigates the area as if he isn't blind. He's very brave, very courageous. Even when we take him on walks, he's pretty confident on a leash. Um, Tiny little man. He would do again great in a home with other kiddos. Um, he's really awesome, and he's a little spicy too. As he's acclimated to the area and knows who all his friends are, um, he's got a little kick to him, but it's really cute to watch him just interact with the other guys that way. So that's our friend Kenshi. And then that's Banjo over there. It's kind of hard to see from here. Um, that's our friend Banjo, and Banjo was in ISO for a little bit with an upper respiratory infection, but obviously he's better. He's out here. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know his age off the top of my head, but I do know that he is just an awesome boy, lots of energy. I believe he's about 1 years old or somewhere in that neighborhood. So very active. Would definitely benefit from having a canine friend and probably benefit from a home that has a good sized yard for him to, do zoomies and wear off some of that energy. He is pretty vocal, so when we're making breakfast or dinner, he's right at the gate barking, letting us know we're taking too long. But um, he's so much fun to watch, and you can't really see him from here, but he's got a really great classic pug face. So that's our friend Banjo. Let me do check-ins real quick, you guys. Oh, I'm so happy there's so many people here. Thanks for joining us. I've got Diana Kleist. I hope I pronounced that correctly. From Arizona. Donna Foss checking in. Cindy Flores, hello. Let's see. Um, Flores Rocks. We are located in Carson, California, which is in LA County. Let's see. And oh, Teresa Juarez from Baja. Thank you for that check-in. Nice to see all of you guys on here. Thanks for joining me. Okay, I'm gonna quietly go to the next pen. If you hear some loud barking, that's my son, Mr. Penguin. He's part Chihuahua and he loves to talk, so I apologize if he gets loud. Okay, so we've got a pug pile here. So we've got, let me see where my finger is, Canyon and Sequoia. Bonded pair. They actually are the two that came in with Bryce. They were found as strays. These two ladies, Sequoia is 2 years old, Canyon is 4. And, you know, they both have really bad luxating patellas. And for those who are not familiar, it's basically when the kneecap is turned to the side as opposed to facing forward like it's supposed to. And so they almost have legs shaped um, like kiddos who were kept in a really small kennel. We're assuming that they've both birthed at least a litter or two. We don't know for sure if they were used for breeding, but just based on the way their back legs look, that's kind of our assumption. These two are very spicy girls. They love to be center of attention. Anytime there's a ruckus in the pen, they're usually right there in the middle of it. And I say that with love. They're really just wonderful girls. They do get along with other kids in the room, but I would say the two of them together are more of like an alpha personality. So they would definitely need to go to a home together because they're bonded. But if there's another dog in the home, the dynamic would probably be best if that other dog was a submissive personality. Um, but these two, they're a lot of fun to watch. Okay, this kiddo here in the salmon harness, that's Ken. And Ken is bonded to Barbie, who's way over there. So I think that Ken is a little more reliant on Barbie than vice versa. Barbie is 7 years old, Ken is 4 years old. They were both owner relinquishes. Um, Barbie, I would say that they're both very social kiddos, definitely extroverts, but I would say Ken more so than Barbie. And when they first got here, I feel like it was flipped. I feel like he was a little more introverted than her, but he's definitely found his voice and his courage, and he's making friends very easily now. And he's another one that, kind of like Banjo, if mealtime is taking too long, oh, there's Canyon. If mealtime's taking too long, Ken will definitely let you know. Like pretty much all pugs, right? Oh, these sweet babies. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try to sneak in there so you can. Hopefully, I don't wake up the whole pen. Try to tiptoe in there. This kiddo here is Gabler. Wonderful boy. He just got assigned a hippo friend, and he's doing very well already. He's 8 years old, came in as a stray. I can't give you the exact medical terms because I'll butcher them, but basically he has atrophied eyes, which means that they sit down in the socket and you can't really see them, obviously rendering him blind. He was a stray, so I have no idea how, I don't know how these kiddos do it by themselves as a stray, but especially when they have sight impairment. Um, I don't know how they do it, but they do. Ken's got his feet in his face. Here's a close up of Sequoia. Come on, Ken. Okay, let me sneak over to. I woke up all the kids. Mama, Mama, can you get out of the way, please? Thank you. There he is. There's Gabler. So if you've never seen a kiddo with atrophied eyes, when you first see him, it might be alarming to you just because of the way his eye sockets, I guess, eyes look. But he's so handsome, such a great boy. He's got a great fluffy tail, which I love. I saw him outside the other day with his hippo, and she was giving him a treat, and he sat. So I'm assuming, I couldn't hear her, but I'm assuming she was asking him to sit, and he sure did. So I think he's very trainable if you needed to, but he's just a gentle boy. He's another one, kind of like Bryce, where he gets really excited to be around his canine friends. So sometimes he can be a little much for them. He's another one that doesn't know the definition of boundaries, but he's just so excited to be around other kiddos. So I really think he would do well in a home with a friend or two. Okay, let me sneak over here. So there's Sequoia's face, if we couldn't see her earlier, and Canyon. And then there's Ken. He's handsome. Oh, I thought he was going to yawn. Okay, they're friends. Let me grab my paper here. I'm sorry, you guys. So we've got Pipsqueak. And Pipsqueak is 3 years old, I believe. Yes, 3 years old. Pipsqueak came to us as a stray. Beautiful little baby. Pipsqueak is actually pretty mellow, I would say. There are some stronger personalities in this pen with Pipsqueak, so it can be a little overwhelming. So I don't really hear much from Pipsqueak, but just a sweet little love, perfect little face. And of course, being in Gen Pop would do well with other kiddos in the home. Look at, I love when they snuggle, you guys. Look how sweet. I love a pug pile, one of my favorite things. Okay, let me see if I can get Barbie's face better for you guys without waking her up, hopefully. Yes, get the tongue out. That's Barbie, bonded to Ken. They must go to a home together, obviously. Okay, you guys, our friend Orly is still here. She's been with us for quite a long time as well. Orly is 2 years old, came to us as a stray. This hand right here is a deformed hand, and we've spoken to our vet, like, would she be better off if we, just removed it for her, but she's acclimated. Penguin. She's acclimated so well that there wasn't really a need to put her through that. So, and this girl, I've seen her run. So this little hand definitely doesn't slow her down. Orly had a litter of puppies when she was here. Puppies obviously have since been adopted, and she's just waiting for her forever home. Orly is kind of a tough one because she is so sweet, but when she first meets people, she doesn't really present that way. She barks quite, I hate to use the word aggressively, you guys, but you know what I mean. She just really barks a lot when people, doctors come, visitors come. Sometimes we have to put her in the kitchen so that she's away from everyone. So she really is a wonderful girl, but she's one of those kiddos that you might have to come visit a couple times before being able to take her home, just so that she can get to know you. She is good with other dogs, but I would say she's kind of an alpha as well. So she would do well as either the only dog or in a home with a kiddo that's submissive. But that's our friend Orly. And then next door to her is our friend Juniper. This beautiful girl. I forget how old she is. How old are you, Mama? 10. Miss Juniper. She's very quiet. And again, kind of like Pipsqueak, there's a lot of strong personalities in this pen with them, so they kind of just keep to themselves. But she's 10 years old. Came in as a stray. Really sweet little girl. A little shy, I would say, but she's really great. Sweetheart. Let's see. Oh, Karen, hello. Beans and Uno. How's Uno doing? Now Hoagie. I'm sorry, Hoagie. he was he was fun too. I'd like to watch him interact with his friends. We've got Anne Choi. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Checking in. Lana Rushing. Oh, Dyson. Oh no. I'm sorry, Lana. I can't see all of your comment, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear about. Sounds like you had to let him go. I'm sorry about that. Ugh, just never get over him, right? One of my kiddos, Benjamin James, he passed away May of 2021, and I swear it still hits me as if it was yesterday. There's just, it's so hard to let him go. Let's see, Tyler McNamara. I hope I pronounced that right. Oh, sweet girl from Pug Nation. You guys, thank you for adopting from us. We really appreciate you giving these little kiddos a second chance. Or in Riff and Snap's case, fifth and sixth chances. Okay, you guys, we're gonna check in on Mrs. Cubbinson. Let's see, I'm gonna sneak into her room here. Hold on 1 second. She's in Emily's office, hanging out. Hope she's not asleep. I don't want to wake her, but I want you to see her. Oh, you're awake, Mama. Hello. So Mrs. Cubbison is 3 years old, came to us as a stray. As you can see, she's a well-rounded baby girl. She's got some little ones in the oven. Look at that belly. Oh my gosh, Mama. Okay, so she's got kind of a nasty eye, you guys. Sorry if you're squeamish. We do have her on medication for it. I'm not exactly sure what happened here. A lot of times when their eyes look like this, it's due to an ulcer rupturing or going untreated for too long. But she's in here obviously by herself. We want to keep her as healthy and well as possible because she has some babies cooking. But she's very sweet, and she's another one. In my experience interacting with her, she was a little nervous at first, but she's definitely coming around. It's so hard for these kiddos that are strays because they just don't know who to trust, you know, but they end up trusting us and letting us love on them and giving us love back. So stay tuned because I'm sure we'll have some babies to show you in a few weeks, maybe, or not a few weeks, maybe a week or two. But that's Mrs. Cubbison. Can we see your other eye, Mama? Oh, okay, I'm sorry, you guys. That's probably a little much. Okay, we'll head next door, see the other mother who just birthed. I think last week. That's Pink. She's 2 years old. She's the one that came in with Mr. Universe. So we're gonna peek at her. Let me close this gate because she's pretty quick trying to get out. So here's Pink. Hi, beautiful girl. Let me come in here. Mama, can you come this way, sweetheart? I'll close the door on you. There she is. Hi, sweet girl. So that's Pink. Just like Mr. Universe, very nervous when she first got here. She would kind of growl a little bit when we would approach her. But you know, again, decompressed, and now she lets us love on her, and she lets us handle her babies as well. So she trusts us with her children, which is helpful. You guys, look at these monkeys. I'm trying to remember, you guys. There's 8 of them, obviously, and I think 3 are girls and 5 are boys. I'm sorry, I can't remember. But anyway, very, very new babies. She's been a great mother with them so far. There's one baby in here that whenever Pink is gone for too long, she gets very upset. I'm in Krista's office, which is towards the back of our building, and I can hear the baby scream from the kitchen, which is towards the front of the building. So many times I have run in here thinking someone was being harmed, but it's just the baby girl upset that mama walked away for too long. These kiddos will obviously not be ready for adoption anytime soon, but again, if you think that you might want to adopt a puppy, please contact us and we'll put you on the wait list. There's her babies, and there's pretty mama. Sweet girl. Okay, you guys, we'll head over to the other side of the room. Montague, my other kiddo, serenading us in the background. All right. I know, it's okay, Monkey. Where is he? Okay, here's our friend Mystery. You can't really see his face. He currently has Giardia, the parasite we spoke of earlier. I'm sorry, you can't really see him. He is a tall, beautiful boy. Take my word for it. Great with other kids. And actually, for his size, like I said, he's taller. He doesn't really throw himself around in the sense of being too much for the other kids. He's actually a gentle giant. I'll say that. But really sweet boy, good with other kiddos. He's 4 years old, found as a stray. Again, he's currently separated because of Giardia. So he's been on Panicure and metronidazole, the 2 medications we use to help clear up that parasite. And we're going to retest him, I think, later in the week. So hopefully he'll be clear and can come out and join the rest of the crew. Sorry, you can't really see his face, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Speaking of handsome, look at this guy. I gotta fix his blanket. That's Boots McGee. Look at him, you guys. Isn't he handsome? He came in last week. And hi sweetheart, how are you? I don't know if you can see, he's got white spots on his hand and on his face. We're not quite sure if that's just natural occurrence in his coloring or if something else caused it, but wonderful boy. He's separated as well because he hasn't been here long enough for us to let him out. We collect his fecal tomorrow, so hopefully he'll be out in the general area by Thursday, and then we can get to know him better. He was an owner relinquished. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure how old he is. We think he might be maybe around 10, somewhere in that neighborhood. Very sweet. It just, at first, kind of like most of the kiddos when they get here, he wasn't super sure about us, petting on him. But it didn't take him long to come around at all. Not at all. He does have quite a lot of lumps and bumps all over, and we're not sure if those are just regular growths, or perhaps they might be mast cell tumors, which not always, but can sometimes be cancerous. We'll obviously figure that out once we get him vetted. But my goodness, he is so sweet and so handsome. And Boots McGee, like, what a face. Perfect name for that face. I like to call him Bootsy because I feel like it's got a little more fanciness to it. He didn't eat his dinner. We'll have to try something else for him. Last but never least, our friend Poppy's still here. Hey, sweet girl. Poppy's been with us for a lengthy amount of time as well, you guys. As you know, if you've been following us long enough, Poppy is 3.5 years old, found as a stray. I actually, if I remember correctly, I think she was tied to a park bench and just abandoned. I mean, can you imagine? I, I can't imagine. But anyway, when she first got here, she had no real use of her hind legs. We did have to express her, and we ended up putting her on our stretch list. So she gets stretchies twice a day. And let me tell you, this girl can literally run now. It's just amazing to see her flourish. And she also can potty on her own. We do suggest that you still, check her by expressing her, a couple times a day, because kiddos like her, it doesn't take long for them to get UTIs. And after a while, if they get enough, sometimes medication just doesn't do the trick for them. So it's still good to check her, but like I said, she has been going on her own. Poppy definitely needs to go to an only dog home. She is just not willing at all to share her human. So if you have space in your heart and your home for an only dog child, Poppy is your girl. She's so loyal to her person and just so wonderful. And she's also in our hippo program and is doing very well with her hippo, Ashley. Ashley comes and takes her out for field trips once a week, and they just have a great time together. Poppy's a wonderful girl, lots of life obviously still in her. She's only 3.5, so we hope you'll consider Poppy, my sweet mama. Beautiful girl. Okay, speaking of our hippo program, you guys, our hippo program has been going strong, considering having to take a hiatus because of COVID. But here's our hippo wall. Let me back up so you can see what's happening here. So over here is the schedule of our hippos. This kind of explains what our program's about. Once a week, we spotlight one of our hippo kiddos. So this week it's Gabler. And then these are all the kiddos that are in the program, and then kiddos looking for friends to be in the program with them. And basically, I'm going to turn this way. You can just see the punk pile. So basically, the hippo program, it's an arm of our regular volunteer program. So we do require a certain amount of volunteer hours. What do I want to say here? Completed before coming into the hippo program. I believe it's 6 or 8 hours. And once you've completed those hours, you can come into the hippo program. We assign you to one kiddo that could use a friend, and you'll just come and see them. We ask for at least minimum 1 hour a week, but you're more than welcome to spend more time with them if you'd like to. Like Fiero, his hippo takes him for sleepovers, and depending on which kiddo you end up being assigned to, you can do sleepovers for them. We do require a house check first, just to make sure your house is safe for them. But once that's passed, you can definitely take them for sleepovers. Ashley, who is Poppy's hippo, takes her, to the park. We've had hippos take the kiddos for puppuccinos, and it's just a really great way for these kiddos who need a little extra love to get a little extra love. So we've got Snap, Grizzy, Riff, Becky. Oh, Lenny, you guys, look at Lenny. He's currently in ISO because he's not feeling so great. Listen, this guy, I love watching him walk. He's unfortunately has some um, hind end weakness, but his gait is like an ice skater. It's my favorite to watch him walk. But that's Letty, and then we've got Pocky. You guys haven't met Meatloaf yet. He's in ISO too, but look at that face, you guys. He's Misty, one of our other volunteers, who's wonderful. That's his hippo friend. So anyway, these kiddos that are just kiddos like Riff who have trouble finding homes. It's just a wonderful way for them to get some one-on-one attention from a human. We have these journals down here at the bottom of the frame. So our hippo friends write notes in that journal about their day with their friend, and then once the kiddo gets adopted, the journals go home with them so that their families have a little more insight as to their new fur family's um, personality. So that's our hippo program. Let me do some last minute check-ins here. Oh, before I forget, you guys, our calendars um, I believe are on sale already, and I think Gwen told me they're due to ship December 1st. So if you have not yet grabbed your 2024 calendar, please do yourself a favor, head over to our website, pugnationla.org, check into the store, and grab one, or two, and give it away to a friend. I believe the price is $27, and that includes shipping. So wonderful, beautiful job that our designer does every year. Beautiful, colorful photos. So definitely check that out. And again, let me do some last minute check-ins. Let's see. Oh, and I remember Shrimp and Scampy. Oh my gosh. Oh, Frank and Daisy now. That's cute. Allison Horner checking in with Chester and Ruby. Pug Nation babies. Lana, it really is cuteness overload, isn't it? These little kids are so sweet. All right, you guys. Well, as always, thank you for joining me for live today. I'm sorry that it's so late for some of you, but I appreciate you coming to hang out and see some of our friends. Hopefully, now that we've got our technical difficulties ironed out, we'll see you again next Tuesday. But in the meantime, hope everyone is well. Hope you had a wonderful day today. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And as always, thank you so, so very much from all of us here for supporting us, whether it's donating financially or items from our Amazon wish list, sharing our posts. It's just, we just really, really appreciate the support, and every single penny, all the way up to dollar, goes towards these kids and their care. And we definitely couldn't do it without all of you. So thank you so very much for your support. And I guess we'll see you hopefully next week. All right, guys, have a wonderful night. Bye.